Hello my friends, Broken Arrow is finally here. And I'm going to be doing the full campaign on the hardest difficulty. I can't wait, let's just get stuck straight in. This first video is going to feature all the videos and everything of the story and the tutorial, which is, the tutorial is the first mission, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And then I'll be releasing everything else over the coming days. Let's get stuck straight in.
American military presence in the Baltics has been reinforced in response to the Russian military exercises held on both sides of the Sawatki Gap in Kaliningrad and Belarus. With more than 40,000 military personnel involved, ships, tanks, planes, and helicopters, it's the biggest military exercise ever held in the region. Camp Hercus, the new permanent U.S. base in the region, is at the epicenter of tensions, as U.S. and Russian military exercises are held simultaneously less than 20 miles away from each other.
The need for the permanent deployment of U.S. forces in Lithuania is more apparent than ever, and we are looking forward to continuing to take advantage of opportunities to enhance the interoperability of our forces, providing a credible deterrent against any potential aggression, and to operate more effectively should deterrents fail.
General Bennett, you are in charge of U.S. military operations in the region. Why are U.S. forces in such close proximity to the Russian exercise? Don't you fear this aggressive posture could lead to an escalation?
Last time I checked, Lithuania was a sovereign country. If it is their wish to host permanent U.S. forces on their soil, I don't see why Moscow should have a say in that. Now, if you excuse me, I have a military exercise to prepare.
Thank you, General Bennett.
The scene
morning,
is set.
Commander. So, if you see me on the news, everyone's talking about this exercise. It's not every day you see such a display of power. Reminds me of Desert Storm in '91. Ah, the good old days. Anyway, Major Williams, how are the preparations coming along?
The men are ready, General. We can begin the exercise.
All right then, showtime.
Oh, one last thing, General. A special diplomatic envoy sent by Washington has demanded to meet you. Counselor Miller?
Of course it's Miller. No military demonstration in the world is complete without this vulture showing up. His stupid face is the last thing I want to see today. So let's go, we're on a schedule.
Alright, let's go. There's no difficulty settings for the tutorial, of course, because it's the tutorial, so... This black box is it's a error that we need to fix with certain 4K setups. So if you see this, my apologies in advance.
Keeps calling and won't give me a break if I don't throw him a bone. Go pick him up at his hotel and take him for a tour, Commander. Show him around the base, do whatever you want, as long as you keep him out of my hair. And take Williams with you. No offense, but she's more talkative than you.
Personal carrier here.
Let's go.
Well, Commander, I guess we're the bone then. Miller's hotel is on the way to the training area. Let's hope he's in a better mood than the General.
I used stealth move instead of bad habit. Well, good habit. I used stealth move instead of fast move. Fast move uses the roads, and stealth move uses the terrain. So this is the game. Obviously,
there are units from all three Baltic
4K
states that
max.
work here. Lithuanian artillery, mechanized infantry from Latvia, as well as reservists and armored vehicles from Estonia. They have different equipment, different tactics, speak different languages. Creating an interoperable force in this region is a real headache. Counselor Miller, I am Major Williams. It's a pleasure to have you with us. The commander and I will show you around on our way to the general. Please hop in.
Well, it's about time. Let's go. Take me to the training ground first. I need to make sure that our equipment is showcased in the best possible conditions.
The exercise is about to start, so you will be able to see for yourself. But I didn't know there was a show.
This whole exercise is for show, Major. A show of force for our potential enemies, but also an arms fair for our partners.
I see. And which partners are we trying to impress today, Counselor?
That's confidential. Just drive, Major.
alright, let's get to work.
Are we there yet, Major?
Huh.
Almost, sir. This is the artillery training ground, Counselor. Here our soldiers practice fire mission procedures. The commander will make a demonstration for you.
Well, let's see how much time it'll take you to hit all these targets, Commander.
Skylight for his house.
Not long.
Order ready to engage, sir. Roger. Fire coordinates received. Order available, sir.
Dispersion increases with distance. That's why more rounds are needed to hit targets located further away. Smart munitions don't have this problem. They are much more accurate and can correct their trajectory to hit a target designated by a laser.
Copy. Call for fire received.
This guy's got a laze on the last one, so it should be a pretty clean kill. Boom.
As you can see, our latest battlefield management interface enables extremely responsive fire missions.
It was I who sold that concept to Congress. Glad to see it works in practice, too.
Humvee awaiting orders.
So how is your hotel, Counselor? I've heard it's quite fancy.
Apart from the fact that I was woken up every 20 minutes by helicopters passing right over my head, it was lovely.
Oh, I love a tutorial mission.
Humvee standing by.
Veterans of the channel will know I showed off for this exact mission
What's going on here?
like a month ago.
Some of our vehicles broke down, apparently. Thanks to the diagnostic system integrated into our vehicles, we can easily identify which part is damaged.
We cannot let that happen. Not today.
Don't worry, sir. We have the necessary supplies to repair them. The commander will call a cargo truck from the support group and make sure they bring a big load of supplies with them. As soon as the supplies are unloaded next to the vehicles, the crew will handle the repairs automatically.
Logi here, send traffic. Cargo dumped.
Okay, this changed slightly. I think you used to get some supplies from over here and bring them back.
Heavy transport here, send trap. Hey, check out this rooster cruiser they gave me. Need supplies?
The vehicles are now fully operational again.
Perfect. Now let's move on.
Humvee here, go ahead. Roger, moving to next waypoint.
Let's try not to get squashed. It's alright, it's not possible to get squashed.
This is the tank firing range. A platoon of M1A2 Abrams is ready for the demonstration. Tank armor is much stronger on the front than on the sides. The training of our crews consists in maneuvering to engage the enemy from the flank, while minimizing the exposure of their own flanks. Tanks carry different types of rounds. Explosive rounds to engage infantry and lightly armored vehicles, and armor-piercing rounds to deal with highly armored targets. Explosive rounds are equally effective at any distance, but the penetration of armor-piercing rounds increases the closer you get to the target. You should move closer to the targets to demonstrate the increased penetrating power of the kinetic ammunition, Commander.
Abrams here, we're combat ready.
We've already killed them by this point.
M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Cavalry, ready for action. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Rolling.
Very well. Now, can you send as many targets as possible? Let's see what a Soviet invasion of Europe would have looked like.
I'm so close that I'm going to be
Our
like...
tanks benefit from good reverse speed, which is not the case with Russian-designed tanks. This allows us to move backward to avoid being overrun, while maintaining our powerful frontal armor facing the enemy. Well, this is it. 70 tons of American diplomacy.
Reporting in.
You mean 70 tons of a diplomatic nightmare? I had explained to the Lithuanian government why they needed to reinforce all their road bridges from here to Poland to support their weight.
Sure, but when they arrive, nothing stands in their way.
Nothing!
And how was your flight, Counselor?
Completely unremarkable. You know, I spent half my life in the air, so the only surprises would be finding snakes on the plane, flying the thing myself, or reaching my 60s without getting cancer. Helicopters are impressive machines. Boy, are they noisy.
Our pilots are ready to take off. Do you want to hop in for a ride, Counselor?
Certainly. It'll be a nice change from those little private helicopters that fly like cabs.
Cargo helicopters can transport troops and supplies, but also vehicles as long as their weight allows it. One of our vehicles broke down during a maneuver exercise. Let's go and recover it with our helicopter.
Let's go. You know, I think it's really good that a game has actually got a nice thematic tutorial like this. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, I work for the company. RTS is always,
Now let's drop it off at the repair station.
it's always been an impenetrable genre, and, you know, it's really struggled in recent times to gain traction because it's just been so impenetrable to new players.
Touchdown.
So it's nice to just walk through everything, but not in a, you know, in a patronizing way.
we'll get it back in working order.
Heavy transport ready.
How about a little target practice now, Counselor?
Thrusting forward.
Get behind one of the machine guns, and we'll put you in range of some targets to shoot at.
But I have never fired a machine gun before.
Right now.
Don't worry, it's very simple, and I'll be here to help.
Confirmed.
That's how everyone reacts when they're first given their opportunity to shoot a gun.
Attack coordinates received. Climb to coordinates.
Here we go! Bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Already there.
Come on, get some! Woo!
Yeah!
Get some! Get some! Yeah!
Pretty impressive for someone who's never shot before.
That must be a natural.
All the targets are down. Let's head back to the helipad.
I love it.
I've not had that much fun in a long time. You sure know how to entertain, Major. You should come work with me. With you by my side, getting those contracts signed would be a breeze. Plus, you wouldn't have to work with this grumpy old man anymore.
Thank you for the offer. At the moment, I'm tied to my current assignment.
I see. Well, think about it.
Armored transport reporting in. Troop transport standing by.
Let's go. We got 3 more tutorial sections to get through. You know, for those of you who have got the Vanguard Edition who are playing right now, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the game now you've got your hands on it. For those of you still waiting for the release in 3 days of the base game, you know, that's totally fair. I mean...
This is the ATGM shooting ground. It stands for Anti-Tank Guided Missiles. They travel slower than tank rounds, but have a greater range. Their use is therefore preferable when the line of sight is unobstructed.
Yeah, I know that. Send the targets. Let's see that in practice.
I was gonna say, it's totally fair if you want to wait for reviews before you
In
actually get
absence
the
of a
game.
specific command, the gunners communicate their targets to each other. If a missile is already in flight, the other gunner will give priority to another target. That way, no missiles are wasted.
It's a pleasant surprise to see I'm not the only one worrying about the taxpayers' money here.
Personal carrier.
The range of the missiles can be superior to the detection range of the unit, so they generally work alongside recon units. The gunners are trained to switch targets mid-flight if the initial target disappears or if instructed to do so. This is particularly useful, as the long flight time of the missile can give time to the enemy to take cover or activate their smoke dischargers.
I hope you use the old TOW 2A for this demonstration. The new Top Attack TOW 2B costs twice as much, so using them against anything other than a tank is a waste of resources.
Don't worry, sir. We use special training ammunition, both cheaper and less hazardous than regular ammo during exercises. By the way, Counselor, where do you and the General know each other from?
We were friends
Transport's
once.
ready.
Good
Roger.
friends, actually.
Moving out.
Oh,
Moving there now.
and what happened?
Moving there now.
That's
Can we just
classified.
have this conversation, please? When do we get there?
Oscar Mike. Copy. Relocating. Someone ask for a ride?
Alright, 2 to go.
I see nothing happening here. What's going on?
It's a good sign, sir. Our troops are exercising their camouflage skills here. They try to reach the target area undetected by staying away from the hostile patrols, staying in cover as much as possible, and sprinting to move across open areas faster. Recon units are specially trained and equipped to remain as discreet as possible. They have a reduced visual, thermal, and electronic signature that makes them harder to detect.
Electronic signature. So they refrain from posting geolocalized selfies during the mission? Impressive.
That's so true. The amount of problems that the real military has had with people posting selfies and similar during exercises.
Moving silent. Walking like ghosts.
The last time I did this on stream live, when we were very first demonstrating this mission, and the early version of it, and I actually successfully managed to do it without getting caught, which, first time, which is actually not that easy.
On the move. Stealth mode. Infiltrating.
These will be... people won't realize it. A lot of people won't realize it until
Sneaking in.
the game has been out for months, but these kind of tactics and these kinds of units will be absolutely critical in
Copy. We're
gaining
moving in
advantage in
silence.
multiplayer.
On the move. Stealth mode. Moving silent. Infiltration
Having sight will
underway.
be way
Moving
more...
silence.
having sight of the enemy will be way more important than anything else, because if you can see them, you can bomb them, you can fire rockets at them, you have much more control of much more control over the whole battlescape if you can see it.
Moving quietly.
And it's not just like in games like StarCraft or Command and Conquer.
Walking like ghosts.
It's not just a matter of
Copy. Infiltrating. Infiltration underway.
gaining information just to know what your opponent is doing. It's also a case of many weapons can engage like hilariously further than they can see. So having sight also basically increases your range massively. I need to wait until this vehicle's gone. I can't even see it right now.
Sneaking in.
It's kind of like a bit of perfect timing I need to have.
Moving silent. Moving quietly.
Let's go.
Infiltrating. Copy. We're
Okay,
moving in
cool.
silence.
That was the hard bit. We're almost clear.
On the move.
You know, on a 4090, this game is just visually so good looking.
We move in silence.
For an RTS, I mean, you know, it's never going to look as amazing as an FPS, but
On the move. Stealth
for an
mode.
RTS, this is really nice looking.
Copy. We're moving in silence. Infiltration underway.
I'm tempted to just leg it.
Walking like ghosts. Infiltrating. Moving quietly. Sneaking in.
Okay, we made it.
Moving silent. Copy. Infiltrating. Infiltration underway.
Go. While he's behind this bit of forest we get in.
Well, well. Looks like we have hide-and-seek champions.
You can skip the tutorial actually, but there's a whole lot of plot in the tutorial, so it's not worth skipping, in my opinion. This is very much part of the game.
What's being built here?
Nothing. This is the close quarter training area. Infantrymen use these buildings to simulate urban combat. The rules are simple. We try to capture their sector, and they try to capture ours.
Sounds good. Let's see what you're made of, Commander.
Moving out. Pedal to the metal.
Let's go.
Infantry weapons have varying ranges and efficiencies. Long-range support weapons usually require the unit to be static, while short-range assault weapons can be fired on the move.
Jump out!
Assault weapons are also more effective once in range, and can be used to breach buildings held by enemy units.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Moving there now.
Habush!
Vehicles can provide excellent fire support, but are vulnerable to infantry anti-tank rockets. They must therefore be kept out of their range as much as possible. When units are under fire or take damage, their stress level increases, which makes them less efficient. There are 2 levels of stress expressed by a blinking orange or red color on their label. When a unit is low on ammo or heavily damaged, it's preferable to send it back to base rather than abandoning it to its fate. Units sent back to base become available again sooner, and you'll receive a bonus of requisition points proportional to their condition.
Roger. We're on
Okay,
the move.
let's go again. I had to pull him out of the building temporarily.
Moving out. Roger.
Oh, you didn't think about the objective. Now look what has happened to you.
Get in that building. We have a building to secure.
Go.
Striker here. We're combat.
Nah, I'm over their spawn point,
Roger.
so.
We're on the move.
It's the brutal world. It's the brutal world in conflict tactics. Go for the spawn point, and then come into the objective from behind.
Vehicle status is red. Striker in combat. Send your order. Striker reporting in.
Let's go. I can just use smoke to
Truck
get in.
deployed. Good copy.
that was dumb.
Next waypoint received. Personal carrier here. Vehicle hit. Holy shit, that was close.
Come on, take it.
Well, that was a good show, Commander.
Personal carrier
But it
ready.
demonstrates one thing. Our allies are not ready at all to defend themselves.
Already there.
Had it been the Russians in front of them today, they would have been slaughtered.
Failure is part of training, sir. They're only reservists. They will continue to drill.
All right.
Transport ready.
Was Bennett's staff your first assignment, Commander? What about you, Major?
Yes, sir. It's been 5 years now.
Well, you didn't draw the winning ticket with him as CO. He was sidelined a long time ago, and you won't be able to advance your career if you stay attached to that sinking ship.
Well, that's just mean.
Pedal to the metal.
Oh yes, I missed the rocket demonstration. I'm like, what have I missed? Of course, I missed the most bombastic bit of all.
Humvee here.
Man, these units look so nice when you zoom into them. Look, you even have the infantry actually sat in the cab.
Someone called for a cab?
Hey, why is the radar of this Patriot turned off?
It's the standard procedure to keep the radar turned off by default, to keep the unit mobile and avoid destruction by anti-radiation missiles. They can still use their backup tracking systems to target aircraft. But in this mode, their detection and engagement range are limited.
Then switch this radar on, Commander. Let's see how far target practice drones can be detected and engaged.
Anti-aircraft standing by.
Wow! The range of these missiles is impressive.
The efficiency of the radar depends on the altitude of the target. Low-flying aircraft are harder to detect, and helicopters cannot be targeted at all as they fly below the minimum detection altitude of the radar. That's why short-range air defense, SHORAD, is needed to complement long-range surface-to-air missiles.
Air defense here. We're engaging. Target acquired. Engaging. Roger. We're off to
A
mine.
fine demonstration of our firepower, Commander.
Boom.
The message is clear. No country equipped with our anti-aircraft systems need worry about its airspace being violated. That's all well and good, but I'm not here for these trifles. I've got a major fighter jet contract to attend to.
Someone after
So
a
here's
ride?
the real showstopper. I want you to demonstrate its air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities for our guests.
Take a seat, Miller. I'm in charge here.
Ah, General. I was wondering when you'd come out of hiding. So, what's on the menu, Chef?
We'll start with a classic. Close air support with good old A-10s.
Yeah, like in '91, the good old days. You never change your record, do you?
Shut up, Miller! Commander, you will be leading this demonstration. Call in an A-10 and order it to destroy the marked targets.
Oh, I don't have enough points for 2. What a shame.
Planes must work in coordination with recon to target enemy ground units. The recon detects and identifies the target while the plane maneuvers to attack it.
Yes, if you can't see it, well, you can bomb it if you can't see it. I mean, you can just order a strike on the ground. It's not a problem. I love
Whoa, the sound of that gun always gives me chills. It reminds me of, well, whatever. Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Standing by. Copy. Bugging out.
Now call in a Harrier to make a bombing run.
Oh, great. Another old crate.
Changing course. Jump jet ready. Attack vector confirmed. Bombs are ready.
Bombs away.
Harrier ready.
Still a great plane.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
The great thing about it, of course, is, like, you know, it's alright by modern standards. It's not, like, terrible, but it's
All right,
not great,
Commander,
but
send in the F-15EX now.
that you can just launch it
Finally.
like a helicopter.
This plane is equipped with a laser designation pod and smart bombs. You mark the target with the pod and the bombs will correct their trajectory to hit with pinpoint accuracy.
Got him. Now he use a precision strike.
Going for effect.
He was overcorrected there.
You see, making gun runs and guiding missiles is outdated. Now, you drop a bomb from as far as you can and you let it do the job for you.
Proceeding is frag.
Well, let's try again with a moving target this time. And you'll see that a human is still needed to predict the target's trajectory.
Flight plan updated.
Anytime now. There we go. Or not. Maybe it didn't.
Solid copy.
Okay.
Air support mission inbound.
I'm getting me left click, right clicks confused in my old age.
The target is still standing, Commander. Don't make us look like fools. We're here to demonstrate the capabilities of this plane, not your lack of competence.
Strike coordinates received.
Somehow I selected the ground there.
Rolling on the target area. Coming around now. Coordinates received. Commencing
Okay.
attack.
I don't know why it's not locking onto him
Roger
properly.
that. Strike area confirmed. Rolling on the target area. Coming around now.
It should just hoover onto him. I actually did a strafing run when I first did this
CAS. Mission received.
because
Solid copy. Air support mission
I had
inbound.
trouble getting this to lock
Eagle
on.
copies. Turning to new heading. Going for effect. Airstrike is go for effect.
When you take one of these bombs on the face
Okay.
like that, the coffin they send back home doesn't weigh much. Believe me. Send in the second F-15, Commander.
I need to practice.
This time to demonstrate its air-to-air capabilities against drones.
We have potential buyers for dozens of these planes, so make sure these drones are shot down nice and clean, Commander.
Remind me, Miller, are we here to defend these people or to sell them weapons?
Both.
Selling them weapons means they can defend themselves. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I just make sure they buy from the right bait and tackle shop.
Roger, flying there. Fencing in. Standing by for instruction. Flying the coordinates.
Drone destroyed. Proceed to next
New
target.
bearing set.
Second target destroyed.
Inbound.
3 out of 3.
There's one more
Proceeding
drone,
as planned.
Commander. Finish it.
Changing course. New heading set. Turning hot. Turning to new heading. Flight plan updated.
Great job, Commander. If we don't land a contract for a few jets after that, I'll be damned.
General, we've got a problem. I've asked confirmation from the airbase, and they sent 3 drones as planned, not 4.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me we scratched some civvies who can't read a map.
No, sir. The radar signature was definitely that of a UAV.
Well, in any case, that means trouble.
Oh, it does. Find the hidden unit. Okay. Well, I didn't finish the game in under 30 minutes because I was too busy talking, but that's actually quite tight. Anyway, that's it for episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.